This is what Tryndamere can do, and you need these runes to improve your chances of being this guy. Now let's get into the guide so you guys can learn everything you need to know. This guide was made in collaboration with Ulleh, who's a top 10 top laner in EU. I believe he's ranked 7 yesterday then I checked, which is really crazy. He's extremely good, and his main champion, Tryndamere, so that's perfect. So for the small runes, let's get into it. So for the runes, you want to start with Lethal Timber because it fits Tryndamere's kit really well, and it's super good with his passive because those crits are coming out fast with Lethal Timber. Next up, Triumph, it's the best one for him. After that, you go for Tenacity most of the time. Yes, you can go for either the lifesteal one or attack speed if you really don't need a Tenacity, but most of the time you want the Tenacity because any stun is going to disrupt your gameplay and make you unable to do what you're really looking to do in those team fights. So get Tenacity if you don't know what to pick. If you're extremely experienced and you have other choices, yeah, you can go for other things if they don't really have much CC. The last one, you want to go Last Stand. Last Stand is just kind of overpowered right now in these runes, so that's what you want to go for on most champions. Unless you're against something where you really need Coup de Grace. For example, against an Urgot or similar champions. But most of the time, just get Last Stand, you're chilling. Now, in this second tree, you want to opt in for Resolve. Resolve is extremely powerful and is perfect for Tryndamere. Now, in Resolve, you want to go for Second Wind first. Second Wind is great because you're going to be taking a lot of small damage deals. Most of the trades you're going to be taking are very short, especially in the laning phase, and Second Wind is perfect for that. So that's exactly what you need. And then in the last one, you're going Unflinching. Because again, you want to not be CC'd, it's very important you're not slowed, because Tryndamere can actually get kited, and at any cost, you need to avoid that. Now, for the small runes. In the small runes, you want to start out with attack speed, then you want to go AD, and the last one, you want to have armor or magic resist. Both of them are extremely good, so it doesn't matter which one you take. It just depends if you're against an AP champion top or an AD champion top, right? And also, you can also think about the jungler too. Now, for Christian of the day, it's been a little bit since I made guides, and I started doing some highlight videos. I want to know, do you like the highlight videos or do you not like them? What do you think? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Now, for the items, which are extremely important because items is everything. First off, you want to start with a Dawn Shield and a health potion most of the time. Because you just want to survive, you want to chill, you want to be able to heal up all the time, and you want to be able to sustain whenever you get a bad trade in the laning phase. You can chill for a little bit and you'll be back in no time, especially with the healing in your kit. Then you want to go in for a Kraken Slayer or Gale Force, depending on what you're against. Are you able to just sit on top of the opponent, hit them all the time? Do you not really need the jump from Gale Force? Well, go Kraken Slayer. It's more damage, it's stronger, but sometimes you're gonna get kited, it's gonna be rough to get in on the enemies, and you need the Gale Force jump. And if you think you need the Gale Force jump, just go for the Gale Force. Take whichever one you need. After you get the first item, the Mythic, you want to go for Berserker Greaves. It's the best one on Tryndamere. It's one of the only champs that runs these as top laners, but it's super good on him. He needs attack speed, he needs to be hitting people fast, and he needs to be killing as soon as possible. Next up, you're going Navori Quickblade. This item is fantastic on him. It's one of the few champions that actually uses it again in the top lane. Tryndamere is kind of unique, and trust me, you're going to have a very good time with this item. And then last, for the basic items, for the core items, you want to go for Infinity's Edge. The reason is you're going to have 60% crit right now. At 60% crit, Infinity Edge is amazing. Also, Tryndamere have a little bit more than 60% because it's Tryndamere, but you know how it is, right? Then, once you get Infinity Edge, you're going to have done tons of damage. You're going to be able to dominate the lane. Or you're going to be able to dominate split push. You're going to be able to dominate team fights. This is actually a really good spot for you. You just got to realize, am I supposed to split push in this game? Or am I supposed to team fight? Very important you figure that one out. Now, for the two last items, you got to be thinking a little bit here. Because now it's starting to be situational. You have Phantom Dancer, that's one option. Cyrildia's Grudge, that's the second option. And then Mortal Reminder, which is the third option. Mortal Reminder, obviously, you want to have if you are against people that have a lot of healing. And there's a lot of healing in this current meta, so you have to really be ops, focus on what you need, and buy it if it's necessary. But if you don't need Mortal Reminder and you don't need anti-heal, well, it's pretty simple. You want Phantom Dancer and Cyrildia's Grudge. And once you get those two items, you're going to be really powerful. A full item Tryndamere is one of the scariest things on the Rift. So yeah. Hey everyone, this video is sponsored by DJ Esports, a new crypto betting platform. I've been using it for my LSC bets, and currently I'm down about 6%, but the goal is to end up as a winner before the season ends. If you also like betting and this is something for you, you can use my referral link in the description below. Now let's get on with the video. Now for the skill order. It's important to get skill order right, and also Tryndamere is extremely unique with his skill order. He's a very unique champion. So the skill order, you generally want to go for E level 1, then you go Q level 2 and level 3, so you're going to have level 2 Q, and then level 4 you get W, because W is also pretty good. Then afterwards you max Q over E over W. Now one thing I always mention is, obviously you want to max ultimate whenever you can, but on Tryndamere, you want to save the last 2 points and your ultimate to level 17 18. You don't actually want to skill it past level 1. It's very important you don't do that. So be careful about skilling it. You don't need to, and it doesn't really benefit you. Now, the next part of the guide is what is going to make you an amazing player, and this is what could be you, right? So you want to be learning from the best. I have Ulleh, he recorded some clips for me, and I'm going to show that to you guys.
One of the simplest things you can do in Tryndamere is E through these 3 melee creeps when they're low enough. Onto the enemy, like this, onto your opponent, and then just key, all this obviously run away with it. You wanna attack him and then run up and attack him. Then you will get a lead, and potentially his flash as well. Like most basic Tryndamere thing. Then there's another thing here. The enemy is like 200 HP or something, hiding by a tower. You can just get full fury real quick. You can just auto 2 times, if it's non-crit 2 times, and you just E and flash. And it should be a crit mostly. And also another thing you do in Tryndamere is don't Q before ulting, Q while you're ulting in the middle of the animation, because then your crit will be applied, so you have a chance of critting.